I wasn't going to say anything about any of the craziness surrounding a couple of particular NFL wide receivers, Odell Beckham Jr. and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's just a piece of garbage. Okay. But then I saw this morning's First Take and I'm just flabbergasted. Okay. So they defend Antonio Brown. Maybe not defending, but they make excuses for him. Oh, maybe the hit from Vontaze Burfict is what's done all this and caused him to be. No. Okay. His world's fallen apart, and I just don't. This is two different instances where, okay, with Antonio Brown, he verbally abuses a woman. Nobody's calling that out that I've seen, at least not on ESPN. They're not, I mean, I think Stephen A. may have said something about it yesterday, but now they're making excuses. And on top of that, where's the Me Too people? Why aren't they calling him to receive a lifetime ban? I mean, Kaepernick got a lifetime ban for a lot less in this day and age of the Me Too movement. So what the hell? But either way, so now we're talking about that. That's another story or another video for another time. Now we're talking about Odell Beckham Jr. Everybody saw he paid or gave LSU players cash after the national title game on the field. NCAA is investigating. And then in the locker room, he swats the butt of a security guard, off-duty police officer, whatever he was. It was somebody in a security type role. We're going to listen to a little bit of Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to react, and then I'm going to the hypocrisy of Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. Watch.
I'm going to say this. As a black man, I don't appreciate the fact that there are headlines.
What does race have to do with that?
That read, there's a warrant out for his arrest, Odell Beckham Jr.'s arrest. Because
okay, I got news for you. If it was Tom Brady, there would still be a big headline that said, warrant out for Tom Brady's arrest.
Because if you're not following it, you're going like this. Whoa, what the hell did he do? What the hell did he do? Oh, he slapped a security person on the backside.
That's all. Like, that's okay. All right. Now, he kind of catches himself, and you'll see here in a second where, yeah, you shouldn't put your hands on anybody. Then why do you say it in this context? Oh, like it's no big deal. And I know he's trying to compare, but it's a false equivalency.
While celebrating in the locker room, you see those headlines? It just doesn't mesh. And I just hate when they do stuff like that. So that's over-exaggerating. But nevertheless, you're Odell Beckham Jr. You should know better. Don't put your hands on somebody else. Don't be touching somebody else. Don't slap security officers in there working behind, working.
Oh, by the way, Stephen A., real quick, what's this big headline above you? Odell in trouble? Same shit.
After the game, he's doing his job, and you're going to slap him in the backside like that? It's very disrespectful. It's not respectful of the position that he's in and the job that he has to do. And I just think that Odell Beckham Jr. should know better than that. So to find yourself in the situation right now where you're making headlines, of course it's innocuous. Of course it might have.
Of course he should know better. But you're talking to a guy, you're talking about a guy who was caught doing drugs in a hotel room with, I think, probably some prostitutes doing cocaine. Just the hypocrisy. We're gonna fast forward a little bit to Max Kellerman, because this is the one that drives me nuts. Okay.
You come here, we're gonna hit you off big stars when he's handing out the cash. Not at first. I thought he's geeked up. They're letting the LSU alumni letting you come here, we're gonna hit you off big stars in the NFL camp. We're gonna hit you off. Just don't. But then Jalen Rose, I watched him on Get Up, and he convinced me. He's like, you're taking the shine away from the kids who just won, and now you're kind of creating a controversy. Don't make it about you. Okay. And I got on Odell behind that yesterday. This is in the locker room. You know what happens when you enter the locker room of the national championship team?
Stop. Now, this is the exact same defense that people used to have when, oh, there's a female in the locker room. of an NFL team or a major men's college football team. She's going to see penises. She's going to get slapped on the behind. It doesn't make it okay, Max, you hypocrite. If it was a female security officer, then he would be, because he wants to appear woke. He is fake as hell. Both of these guys are fake as hell, and it drives me nuts. They're making excuses for the behavior that they would condemn if A, it was a white guy, or B, if it was a female officer. They are. But because it's an NFL player, we got to try to paint it in the best light that we possibly can because we have a deal with the NFL. Our employers, our overlords at Disney, crack the whip if we put too much heat on them.
Maybe the greatest season ever, right, in college football history, and they just won the chip. You know what happens? Everyone's getting smacked on the backside.
Bullshit! If that was a female, you would be, This is why I can't watch ESPN. I damn sure can't watch this show with these fake, phony, woke people.
Like that's just now. Did Odell use that as cover to take out a little aggression on a dude who he felt maybe was doing?
Oh, back to the headline, Stephen A. By the way,
his job a little overzealously. That's what it looked like to me. But I actually think that gives him some cover here, to tell you the truth.
Of course you do. This is ridiculous. I can't even watch anymore. The hypocrisy of these jack-offs drives me nuts. They're not journalists, okay? Stephen A. Smith may have been a journalist back in the day. He hasn't been a journalist in a decade. Max Kellerman, never been a journalist, and that's fine. Boxing commentator, former boxer. Stick to that, bro, because you are the biggest fucking hypocrite I've ever seen in my life. Just absolutely horrendous.